Every year, the new year feels powerful. As the clock approaches midnight, people experience a strange mix of excitement, hope, and pressure. It feels like something is ending and something new is beginning. Yet in reality, nothing actually changes. Time continues uninterrupted. Your body remains the same. Your life does not reset. And still, the moment feels real. This feeling is not an accident. It is the result of how the human brain understands time. Humans do not experience time as a continuous flow. Instead, the brain divides life into chapters, milestones, and symbolic moments. Birthdays, anniversaries, and especially the New Year act as mental checkpoints. They help the brain organize memories, goals, and identity. The New Year is one of the strongest symbolic markers humans have ever created. It is shared globally, reinforced by culture, media, and collective behavior. Millions of people pause at the exact same moment. That shared pause amplifies the emotional weight of the transition. Even people who claim not to care often feel something at midnight. Psychologically, the brain associates endings with release and beginnings with possibility. When one year ends, the brain experiences a sense of closure. Mistakes feel contained in the past. Failures feel less threatening. The future, even if uncertain, feels open. This mental separation creates relief, even though nothing physical has changed. Dopamine plays a major role in this process. Dopamine is often misunderstood as a pleasure chemical, but it is more accurately a motivation chemical. It spikes when the brain anticipates change, reward, or opportunity. The new year creates a perfect dopamine trigger, a clear boundary, a countdown, a promise of something new. The brain responds with motivation and optimism. This is why New Year's resolutions feel so convincing at first. The motivation feels real because it is real, chemically, but dopamine fades quickly. When daily routines return and the symbolic moment passes, motivation drops, habits remain. Biology reasserts itself. This is why most resolutions fail within weeks. Not because people are weak, but because motivation alone cannot override deeply ingrained patterns. The brain also resists sudden change. Habits exist to conserve energy. They allow the brain to operate efficiently. When a person tries to change everything at once, the brain perceives it as a threat to stability. Stress increases. Resistance appears. Procrastination follows. This is not self-sabotage. It is protection. Another reason the new year feels powerful is social reinforcement. Humans are deeply influenced by collective behavior. When everyone around you reflects, promises change, and talks about new beginnings, the brain treats the moment as significant. Shared belief strengthens individual perception. This is why the new year feels more intense than a personal milestone experienced alone. Interestingly, the brain does not care what the symbol is. Different cultures celebrate the new year at different times. Some in spring, some in autumn, some based on lunar cycles. Yet the psychological effect is the same. The power does not come from the date, it comes from agreement. When enough people agree a moment matters, the brain treats it as real. This reveals something important about human nature. Meaning is not discovered, it is constructed. Humans create meaning to make life manageable. Without symbolic structure, time feels endless and overwhelming. The new year compresses time into something understandable. One year ends, another begins. The mind can breathe. However, this same mechanism can create disappointment because the new year feels significant. Expectations rise. People expect clarity, motivation, and transformation. When life continues as usual, the contrast feels painful. This leads to the emotional crash many people experience in January. The problem is not the new year itself, but what people expect from it. The new year does not create change. It creates the illusion of opportunity. Real change requires repetition, environment, and patience. The brain prefers gradual adjustment, not sudden reinvention. When people work with this instead of against it, change becomes sustainable. Despite this, humans will always need moments like the new year, not because they work magically, but because they serve a psychological function. They allow reflection without paralysis. They offer hope without commitment. They give the mind permission to imagine something different. At its core, the new year is not about time. It is about identity. Who you were last year, who you are now, who you might become. That question matters deeply to the human brain, and that is why the moment feels heavy, emotional, and sometimes overwhelming. Nothing resets at midnight, but perception does, and perception shapes behavior more than reality ever could. This is why the new year still matters, even in a world that understands the science behind it. The new year is not powerful because time changes. It is powerful because humans need stories to move forward. And every year, at the same moment, billions of people agree to tell themselves the same one.